Did you ever feel like the life you are living isn't really yours? You are not alone, and there's a reason for it. But if my life isn't mine, whose is it then? In this video, I will show you the 3 signs that prove you have outgrown your current life and how breaking free is the first step toward real happiness after a decade of personal and professional transformation, changing careers, countries, and guiding my clients to find their own fulfilling paths. I will show you how to reclaim a life that finally feels like yours. First, how do you know if the life you are living isn't actually yours? Well, let me show you with a simple example. Here I am wearing this blue shirt. It's part of me. My mom told me to always wear it. She wore one too. Her mom also wore one, and it's part of me. But it feels tight, I can't move freely, and it is uncomfortable. Yet I keep wearing it. This is just who I am, right? This feels more like me. I feel lighter, free. The blue shirt is something that we put on a long time ago or we were told to wear. It served us once, but now it's running on autopilot, directing our lives without us even noticing. Many of us are living the lives dictated by our parents, by society, or by an outdated version of who we used to be. Let me simplify this for you. This is the invisible script running in the background of your life. Your beliefs shape how you feel in any given situation. Those feelings generate thoughts, fueling your inner dialogue, thoughts which then influence the actions you take or don't take. And over time, your actions create results that seem to prove your core belief was right all along. Your results just mirror everything back to you, reinforcing the same belief. So the loop continues until you decide to break the cycle. Sometimes we don't even realize we are trapped. We go through life feeling restless, drained, or feeling something is missing, but we dismiss it. Maybe I just need a vacation. But deep down, that feeling lingers. Most people fail here because they don't realize they are looking at a distorted reflection. But when you do this next step, you break the cycle. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Let me take you back. Picture me at 7 years old, full of dreams, full of energy. First grade, and I wanted to help others, to contribute, to shine, so I volunteered to be head of the class. But my mom told me, why would you want to draw attention to yourself? It's dangerous. It's too much responsibility for nothing. Fast forward to my early 30s, I believed I was shy. That was my identity. But underneath that belief was something deeper. I am unworthy. Imagine walking through a house of mirrors. Every reflection is shaped by your beliefs. If you believe you are unworthy, every mirror distorts your image to confirm it. That's exactly what happened to me. Belief, I am shy. I don't belong in the spotlight. Emotion, fear, anxiety, thoughts, I'll mess up. I should stay quiet. Actions, I avoided being seen, stepping back every chance I got. And the results, the mirror reflected back my avoidance. See, you are shy. You don't belong in the spotlight. And the more I avoided, the more the mirrors reinforced my story. But here's what I realized. Mirrors don't show reality. They show your perception. So, change the belief and the entire reflection shifts. And this leads us on how to become aware of your own beliefs so you can reclaim your life. And next, I'll show you exactly that. Write down 3 ways that you would describe yourself, and then ask yourself, what belief would I need to hold for this to be true? For me, my three descriptions used to be shy. The underlying belief was that I am unworthy of people's attention. The second, I am a people pleaser. The underlying belief was that I am responsible for others' feelings, otherwise, I will be abandoned. And the third way I used to describe myself, I am a rule follower, 9 to 5 employee. And the underlying belief was that the world is not safe and taking risk is dangerous. So now that you've uncovered your beliefs, your three stories, your self-image, congratulations. Awareness is 90% of the solution. And here's the real question. How do you know when it's time to let go of them? Especially since one of the strongest human desires is to remain consistent with how we define ourselves. We think, act, and feel in line with this identity. The problem is we don't just wake up one day and realize we are stuck. We adapt, we justify. These outdated patterns disguise themselves as comfort, as certainty. We convince ourselves this is who I've always been. But the signs have been there all along. You just need to know where to look. So let me show you how to recognize when you're outgrowing your old self so you stop ignoring these signs that keep you trapped. Chronic anxiety. You feel a constant low-level unease, like something is off but you can't put your finger on it. Feeling tired all the time. No matter how much you sleep, you feel drained. It's not just physical tiredness, it's exhaustion, a deep sense of unfulfillment. Even if you've achieved what you're supposed to, you feel empty inside. To prove these points, let me share my story. Me, years ago, I felt stuck. I thought I had no choice. Every job would be the same. That I wasn't brave enough to change. That I was just an employee, just a rule follower. And I could not sleep at night. I was feeling tired. I felt deeply unhappy. Although looking from the outside, I had a great career, great relationship, living the best life in Switzerland, outgrowing my humble Romanian origins. And all I did was complain about my situation to everyone around me, not taking any action. And these feelings aren't just signs of stress, they are signals for change, urging you to break free from old patterns and stop feeling sorry for yourself. And do you know why it feels so bad? It's because it's not the real you. You are holding up a version of yourself that is fake and is draining all your energy. What if you could channel all that energy into creating the life you really want? But how do you do that? Well, the next step will help you question your limiting beliefs. Remember the 3 ways you described yourself earlier? Bring back your notes and now ask yourself, is it true? For me, yes, it was. Is it absolutely true? If there is even a chance it's not, you've just cracked open a door. And write it down. No. By examining these beliefs, you start to reclaim your life and make it truly yours. So next, I'll show you how to avoid one of the biggest mistakes that prevent you from stepping into your most powerful, aligned, confident self. To understand how this transformation works, think of your beliefs, your identity, your self-image as a thermostat. If a room is set to 24 degrees Celsius, I am in Europe, the moment the temperature rises or falls, the system kicks in to bring it back to 24. So what is the biggest mistake most people make? Well, it works like this. Imagine Jim and Jessica trying to improve their lives. Jim starts a new business, makes a lot of money, but deep down, Jim still sees himself as someone who isn't good with money. I used to be a lot like Jim. Soon, Jim will find ways to lose it all, to spend it all. I used to spend a lot on niche fragrances. And Jim's life cools back down to their old financial identity. Jessica tries to get fit. starts working out, but still sees herself as lazy, as out of shape. Within months, she stops exercising and her body returns to where it was before. This is exactly what Dr. Maxwell Maltz discovered and shared in the book Psycho-Cybernetics. No matter how much external success or change we achieve, we will always return to the level of our identity. So, the mistake you must avoid if you want to change your life is being like Jim or like Jessica. If you want lasting change, you don't just need new actions, you need a new thermostat setting. Jim and Jessica tried to force the change from the outside instead of rewiring their self image from the inside out. But how do you make your new identity, your new life feel natural and effortless? Let me show you how in this final step of the process. Remember how easy it was for me to change my shirt? Changing your beliefs is just as easy. The challenge lies in the stories we tell ourselves. I am nothing without my blue shirt. My mom told me it's part of me. People will abandon me if I don't wear it. It's dangerous if I change my shirt. You can rewrite your story. Take this example from another book using the same principle, Atomic Habits. Two people are trying to quit smoking. One says, "No, thank you, I'm trying to quit smoking." And the other one says, "No, thank you, I'm not a smoker." Who do you think will succeed? So remember the old version of me years ago? I was suffering, feeling stuck, but then I asked myself, what's the worst that can happen? Once I realized my identity was just a story, I rewrote it. So I started visualizing an alternative version of myself, one who was free, creative, confident. And little by little, I stepped into that reality. And now I'm here sharing this with you. But how do you do the same? Let me show you how to apply this to your own life. Remember the 3 ways you used to describe yourself. Bring your paper back. Now ask yourself for each. Where would you be without this belief? How would your life look like? And how would you feel? Take a moment to visualize your lifestyle. How do you look like? How do you carry yourself? And what kind of relationships do you have? And how are you feeling? Identify one small action you can take daily to tap into that feeling and start embodying it now. Begin taking action now. Feel it as if it's happening now. Be it now. You're replacing old, outdated, limiting beliefs with empowering ones and make them part of your identity through action. It's a decision and it requires practice, like building a muscle. Initially, you might feel awkward, like a newbie at the gym, questioning their life choices. That's a positive sign. You're on the right path. Over time, as you consistently show up, you build strength and carry yourself differently. And you're not waiting to feel strong, you are actively building that strength. Becoming the best version of yourself means continuously editing your beliefs, upgrading, expanding your identity. Remember, progress isn't always linear. The universe might test us along the way, and it's all about the journey. It's never too late to change who you are and to reclaim your life. Your identity isn't set in stone. It's just a reflection in a mirror. And if you don't like what you see, you don't have to stay trapped in it. The mirror only shows what you expect to see. But the moment you shift your belief, the entire reflection changes. It doesn't matter how long you've lived by an old story, an old life, whether it's been years or even decades. You are not your past. You are not the labels you've worn. And the best part, you don't have to fix the old reflection. You can simply step in front of a new mirror and start again. So just start again. This is what life is. Every moment is a fresh start. Now that you've uncovered your limiting beliefs, there's one more piece. How do you get the confidence to show up as your true self? Watch this next video where I will show you why society gets confidence completely wrong and how you can step into your power today.